Hello and welcome to Bibliophil's e-classroom. Here I am going to present before you a series of videos on the recently announced COVID-19 economic relief package, which is called the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan package. And in this video, I shall only talk about the introduction or the theme or the basis which the Prime Minister of India himself have outlined and described in his address on 12th May. So let's try to understand what he has tried to convey through his speech.
हाल में सरकार ने कोरोना संकट से जुड़ी जो आर्थिक घोषणाएं की थी, जो रिजर्व बैंक के फैसले थे और आज जिस आर्थिक पैकेज का ऐलान हो रहा है, उसे जोड़ दें तो ये करीब करीब 20 लाख करोड़ रुपए का है। 20 लाख करोड़ रुपए का है। ये पैकेज भारत की जीडीपी का करीब करीब 10% है। इन सबके जरिए देश के विभिन्न वर्गों को आर्थिक व्यवस्था की कड़ियों को 20 लाख करोड़ रुपए का संबल मिलेगा, सपोर्ट मिलेगा। 20 लाख करोड़ रुपए का एक पैकेज 2020 में देश की विकास यात्रा को 20 lakhs 2020 में आत्मनिर्भर भारत अभियान को एक नई गति देगा।
Prime Minister of India addressed the nation on 12th May and he announced a massive economic stimulus package of 20 lakh crore rupees in order to help India overcome the economic impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. Prime Minister said this package accounts for nearly 10% of India's GDP and it has been designed to turn the crisis created by the pandemic into an opportunity for the Indian economy. According to the Prime Minister, the economic package has been designed to transform India into Atmanirbhar Bharat or self-reliant India, and during his speech, the Prime Minister laid a lot of emphasis on the goal of Atmanirbharta or self-sufficiency or self-reliance, and he explained how this economic package could help India transform into a self-sufficient, self-reliant and resilient economy. The Prime Minister reiterated that this economic package was designed to introduce wide-sweeping reforms in the Indian economy and helped transform the crisis created by the pandemic into an opportunity for the Indian economy.
इस दौरान तमाम देशों के 42 लाख से ज्यादा लोग कोरोना से संक्रमित हुए हैं। 2.25 लाख से ज्यादा लोगों की दुखद मृत्यु हुई है। भारत में भी अनेक परिवारों ने अपने स्वजन खोए हैं। मैं सभी के प्रति अपनी संवेदना व्यक्त करता हूं। साथियों, एक वायरस ने दुनिया को तहस नहस कर दिया।
The Prime Minister spoke about the COVID-19 pandemic and how it had a disastrous impact on the world and how it has affected both the global economy and the domestic economy.
जब हम दोनों कालखंडों को भारत के नजरिए से देखते हैं तो लगता है कि 21वीं सदी भारत की हो, ये हमारा सपना ही नहीं, ये हम सभी की जिम्मेदारी भी है। लेकिन इसका मार्ग क्या हो? विश्व की आज की स्थिति हमें सिखाती है कि इसका मार्ग एक ही है, आत्मनिर्भर भारत।
But however, he reminded us that the crisis and the challenges created by the pandemic also presents newer opportunities, especially for the country such as India. He made a reference how the 21st century has always been referred to as the India's century, but he said this dream and aspiration could be achieved only if the Indian economy becomes self-reliant and self-sufficient. The Prime Minister said the pandemic has created a newer opportunities and newer openings if India were to capitalize on this opportunity.
साथियों, एक राष्ट्र के रूप में आज हम एक बहुत अहम मोड़ पर खड़े हैं। इतनी बड़ी आपदा भारत के लिए एक संकेत लेकर आई है, एक संदेश लेकर आई है, एक अवसर लेकर आई है। मैं एक उदाहरण के साथ अपनी बात बताने का प्रयास करता हूं। जब कोरोना संकट शुरू हुआ तब भारत में एक भी पीपीई किट नहीं बनती थी। N95 मास्क का भारत में नाम मात्र उत्पादन होता था। आज स्थिति ये है कि भारत में ही हर रोज 2 लाख पीपीई और 2 लाख N95 मास्क बनाए जा रहे हैं। ये हम इसलिए कर पाए क्योंकि भारत ने आपदा को अवसर में बदल दिया।
And if it were to become the self-reliant and self-sufficient economy, then India could definitely emerge as the leading economy of the 21st century. To illustrate this, the Prime Minister cited the example of India's ability to ramp up its production capacity even during a pandemic. See, before COVID-19 was declared a pandemic and before lockdowns were imposed, there were hardly any personal protection equipment or PPE and N95 masks that were produced locally in India. But as the pandemic spread, India quickly ramped up its production capacity within a few weeks, and today India has emerged as one of the largest producers, and it is currently producing around 2 lakh PPEs and 2 lakh N95 masks every single day. So, from being a country which largely imported PPEs and N95 masks, today India has achieved self-reliance and self-sufficiency within a few weeks, and it is these inherent capacities and abilities of the Indian economy that the Prime Minister has highlighted and which could help transform even a crisis into an opportunity.
साथियों, आज विश्व में आत्मनिर्भर शब्द के मायने पूरी तरह बदल गए हैं। ग्लोबल वर्ल्ड में आत्मनिर्भरता की डेफिनेशन बदल रही है। अर्थ केंद्रित वैश्वीकरण बनाम मानव केंद्रित वैश्वीकरण की चर्चा आज जोरों पर है। विश्व के सामने भारत का मूलभूत चिंतन आशा की किरण नजर आता है। भारत की संस्कृति, भारत के संस्कार उस आत्मनिर्भरता की बात करते हैं जिसकी आत्मा वसुधैव कुटुंबकम है। विश्व एक परिवार। भारत जब आत्मनिर्भरता की बात करता है तो आत्म केंद्रित व्यवस्था की वकालत नहीं करता है। भारत की आत्मनिर्भरता में संसार के सुख, सहयोग और शांति की चिंता होती है।
The Prime Minister has assured that India's march towards Atmanirbharta or self-reliance does not mean that India would turn into an inward-looking economy. And it does not mean India would go back on globalization and liberalization. The Prime Minister has said that India's goal of achieving self-reliance or Atmanirbharta shall not be exclusionary, shall not be isolationist, and instead it shall be driven by the spirit of Vasudeva Kutumbakam, which treat the whole world as one single family. So, according to the Prime Minister, India's goal of achieving self-reliance under the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan has been designed to first help the Indian economy achieve self-sufficiency and meet the domestic needs, and then fulfill the needs of the global community as seen in the case of PPEs and N95 masks. So the vision of the Modi government under the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan is to help the Indian economy to attain self-sufficiency while ensuring that India does not go back on its commitment towards globalization and liberalization.
याद करिए, इस शताब्दी की शुरुआत के समय Y2K संकट आया था। भारत के टेक्नोलॉजी एक्सपर्ट्स ने दुनिया को उस संकट से निकाला था। आज हमारे पास साधन है, हमारे पास सामर्थ्य है, हमारे पास दुनिया की सबसे बेहतरीन टैलेंट है। हम बेस्ट प्रोडक्ट्स बनाएंगे, अपनी क्वालिटी और बेहतर करेंगे, सप्लाई चेन को और आधुनिक बनाएंगे। ये हम कर सकते हैं और हम जरूर करेंगे। साथियों, आत्मनिर्भर भारत की ये भव्य इमारत 5 पिलर्स पर खड़ी होगी। पहला पिलर इकोनॉमी, एक ऐसी इकोनॉमी जो इंक्रीमेंटल चेंज नहीं बल्कि क्वांटम जंप लाए। दूसरा पिलर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, एक ऐसा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर जो आधुनिक भारत की पहचान बने। तीसरा पिलर हमारी सिस्टम, एक ऐसा सिस्टम जो बीती शताब्दी की रीति नीति नहीं बल्कि 21वीं सदी के सपनों को साकार करने वाली टेक्नोलॉजी ड्रिवन व्यवस्थाओं पर आधारित हो। चौथा पिलर हमारी डेमोग्राफी, दुनिया की सबसे बड़ी डेमोक्रेसी में हमारी वाइब्रेंट डेमोग्राफी हमारी ताकत है। आत्मनिर्भर भारत के लिए हमारी ऊर्जा का स्रोत है। पांचवा पिलर डिमांड, हमारी अर्थव्यवस्था में डिमांड और सप्लाई चेन का जो चक्र है, जो ताकत है, उसे पूरी क्षमता से इस्तेमाल किए जाने की जरूरत है।
The Prime Minister had said that India has a lot to offer to the world and we need to draw inspiration from the fact that India has helped the world in the past to overcome a number of global challenges such as the Y2K challenge or the millennium bug, which hit the computer programs in the late 1990s, and how the Indian IT companies made use of this crisis to establish themselves at the global level. He also referred to how India has successfully tackled global challenges such as tuberculosis, polio, open defecation, etc. Then the Prime Minister spoke about how the pandemic has affected the local and the global supply chains and he went on to identify the 5 key pillars on which a self-resilient India would be built under the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. These 5 pillars include economy, infrastructure, systems, demography, and demand. The Prime Minister said that henceforth India should be looking to register quantum jumps in its economic growth, and it should no longer be satisfied with the incremental growth figures. The Prime Minister had said that through this economic package, we should modernize India's infrastructure and bring it on par with the rest of the world. Then with regard to systems such as governance system, business system, etc., the Prime Minister said that these systems should be driven by technology. The Prime Minister had said under this Abhiyan, we need to exploit the vibrancy of the India's demography and fully capitalize on the power of the demand and supply that is created by the virtue of being the largest democracy in the world.
आत्मनिर्भर भारत के संकल्प को सिद्ध करने के लिए इस पैकेज में लैंड, लेबर, लिक्विडिटी और लॉज सभी पर बल दिया गया है। ये आर्थिक पैकेज हमारे कुटीर उद्योग, गृह उद्योग, हमारे लघु मंझोले उद्योग, हमारे एमएसएमई के लिए हैं, जो करोड़ों लोगों की आजीविका का साधन है, जो आत्मनिर्भर भारत के हमारे संकल्प का मजबूत आधार है। ये आर्थिक पैकेज देश के उस श्रमिक के लिए हैं, देश के उस किसान के लिए हैं, जो हर स्थिति, हर मौसम में देशवासियों के लिए दिन रात परिश्रम कर रहा है। ये आर्थिक पैकेज हमारे देश के मध्यम वर्ग के लिए है, जो ईमानदारी से टैक्स देता है, देश के विकास में अपना योगदान देता है। ये आर्थिक पैकेज भारतीय उद्योग जगत के लिए हैं, जो भारत के आर्थिक सामर्थ्य को बुलंदी देने के लिए संकल्पित है।
The Prime Minister has spoken about the disproportionate impact the pandemic had on the migrant workers, laborers, street vendors, daily wagers, farmers, honest taxpayers, and the industries. The Prime Minister said this package would be designed to primarily support the domestic industries and labor-intensive industries, such as the cottage industries, the MSME sector, etc. And these, in turn, will secure the livelihood of millions of laborers and the middle class. The Prime Minister had also said that this package would contain specific relief measures for the salaried class as well. So under this Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, the Prime Minister called for the introduction of bold economic reforms in order to push India towards self-reliance. And the principle of these reforms are simple and clear laws, rational taxation system, supply chain reforms in agriculture, capable human resources, robust financial system. So it can be seen that the package emphasizes on land, labor, liquidity and laws. And finally, the Prime Minister had emphasized the need to strengthen local supply chains by promoting local buying and local production. He also called upon the citizens to become vocal about giving priority to local products and to help these locally produced products to reach the global level. So as per the agenda outlined by the Prime Minister, the Finance Minister announced the stimulus package in 5 tranches starting from 13th May to 17th May. So let's now look at the breakup of the figure of 20 lakh crore rupees and where the amount has been allocated. See, the amount of 20 lakh crore rupees in this economic stimulus package includes packages already announced at the beginning of the lockdown, incorporating the monetary measures from the RBI and the payouts under the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana. The RBI measures amounts to 8,01,603 crore rupees and the earlier measures taken by the government amounts to 1,92,800 crore rupees. And these earlier measures include the revenue lost due to tax concessions given since 22nd March 2020, which amounts to 7,800 crore rupees, and the Prime Minister's various announcement for healthcare sector, which amounts to 15,000 crore rupees, and the allocation for Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana package, which amounts to 1,70,000 crore rupees, which totals to 1,92,800 crore rupees. Now the allocation for Tranche 1 is 5,94,550 crore rupees, and for Tranche 2 3,10,000 crore rupees, and for Tranche 3 1,50,000 crore rupees, and allocation for Tranche 4 and 5 together amounts to 48,100 crore rupees. So all these amounts totals to 20,97,053 crore rupees. So this is the broad tranche-wise allocation of the 20 lakh crore economic package. And in the subsequent videos of this series, I shall discuss all the provisions of each tranche comprehensively. So don't forget to follow the next videos of this series. Thank you.